Welcome back. Today we are comparing the Ryobi 40 volt chainsaws. This is the Ryobi RY40502 and this is the RY40503. Let's get started. This is one of the biggest changes we've seen from Ryobi between a single model. Going from the 4502 to the 4503, this is a completely different machine than this is. And let's break down some of the changes and what we think about them. Starting on the back here, we've got the key and both are using the exact same storage tool, or the tool storage there on the back. The new model actually has the ability to hang it on a wall or on a hook, so that's pretty cool. Obviously that's not a deal breaker. The next thing though is the handle and the handle grip, and that's something we really like about the new one. The way that they've designed this new grip is just better. It's just a better, it feels better in your hand. This one is, it's not, again, bad, but it doesn't feel as good. It kind of kinks your wrist, where the new model is just more ergonomic. It feels better in your hand. Next is the lock. And that was one of the biggest complaints we had with this initially, is the slide, this lock here is right there. I can't unlock it. You have to kind of jiggle it around and it's loose. And it doesn't look like they've changed it. It's still the same lock or the same piece of plastic, but for whatever reason, the mechanism inside must be different, or at least because of the angle maybe, it's a little bit different because it pulls every single time. And again, maybe that is something that was unique to this specific tool. Maybe, you know, when you're manufacturing a product, there's going to be flaws in some of the products, and maybe we just got a flawed model. But again, the handle design being changed is, in our opinion, much, much better. Next, battery. Where the battery goes, the battery terminal. One of the biggest question marks when we saw this was, what happens when everything falls down inside and gums up your battery terminal? You can't use this saw anymore. And with the tool that you're using outdoors, for us, is bound to happen. So moving the battery from inserting down like this to on the side, sliding it in this way, is much better. The amount of garbage that gets collected or that could get stuck in there is reduced dramatically, and that is a huge thing there. So really like that change. As far as the grip, the secondary grip, really that's probably one of the few things that didn't change model to model, and it was really good before. This is a really good grip. You have the top and all the way down. Not much to complain about there, and they have the same thing going on this one. Next, they did reduce the size of your deflect guard, and this is something we complained about in this model, and again, we'd like to see, there wasn't the ability to rapidly stop the blade or the saw by pushing it forward, but again, that may just be the way that these are designed. Next is a huge change. Again, just like the battery change, the chain bar oil change is huge. Moving it from the side where you had to turn it on its side, pour it in, then turn it back. A very, very small reservoir gauge here, very small piece of plastic to see how much chain bar oil is in there. Moving that to the top, much better design, being able to pour it in, and then a very large area, a very large viewing window to see how much chain bar oil you have. Huge improvement there. Speaking of the chain bar oil, the original model, one of our other complaints is that it seemed to use a lot of the chain bar oil and leaked while you were using it, which would gum up the blade and was annoying. If you set it down, it would leak on things or in the back of your truck. And so you need a tray or something to set it on. Unfortunately, that didn't improve very much with the new model. It is better. It feels like it doesn't gum up the blade as much when you're using it, but if it's in storage or if it's sitting somewhere, you want to make sure that it's on a tray or something to catch the oil or empty the oil in between uses or something, but definitely still some room for improvement. It is a little bit better, but it's not devoid of leaking when it's not in use. Something to keep in mind when you're storing these chainsaws. Next, the scabbards or blade guards here. These did change in design. They did make the new one custom fit to the blade or to the saw itself. You can see how they're designed a little bit different. Honestly, you can interchange these and flip them back and forth. There's not much of a difference, but they did change it for whatever reason. Again, not really a good or bad there, just an observation. One thing that we don't like about either of these is the plastic knobs. And again, this isn't something that's uncommon to chainsaws, but with your higher end chainsaws, you do have that, the metal forks that you can dig into and maneuver if needed there. It's fine, they're there, that's what they're doing. As far as attaching the blade, adjusting the blade, resetting the blade, they did change the design a little bit of the cover plate here, but in general, they're very similar, very standard for a chainsaw. No complaints on how that's made. We have found that it derails probably more often than gas-powered chainsaws that we've worked with, but in general, it works about as expected. Occasionally getting gummed up inside, but as we said, it's easy to remove this cover plate, clean up the inside, and be on your way. Another huge improvement from this original model to the new model is the battery. The original model came with the 1.5, I believe. We'll put it up here on the screen. I believe it's a 1.5 amp hour battery, where the new model comes with the 4 amp hour battery and the new charger, the new compact charger. Huge improvements. The battery alone makes this saw so much better. You can also pick up the 5 amp hour battery, which gives incredible runtime. In general, we actually did like this saw. The runtime wasn't great. You can go watch our best of and worst of series on this saw in particular, and we liked it for the most part, really liked it. But this is a huge improvement over this saw. And again, it doesn't make this saw worse, but they took everything that was not perfect about this saw and made it better in this one. Better in nearly every way that we can see. Every change that they made was in the right direction. And that's a huge compliment for this tool, because there are changes occasionally that are in the wrong direction, but this was good in every way, and we're really excited and really have enjoyed it. In fact, the blade is probably already needs to be replaced because of how much we've used this saw since we got it, and we'll continue to use it and try it out and let you guys know what we think. But in the meantime, that's it for this comparison. Let us know what you think. If you own either of these, or if you own a different chainsaw, comment below. Let us know what you have, what you think of the changes. If there's things that you don't like about the new saw, let us know what they are in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified each and every time one of our videos goes live, and make sure to comment below to let us know what tool you want to see next. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks again for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And also check out our website, bclmtn.com, where we have cool gear like hats and t-shirts and a whole bunch of other stuff. And right now, for every $5 you spend, remember you get 1 entry to win the $10,000 electric dirt bike. So make sure to check that out, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, we'll go ahead and start with some of the things. Closed his rings. Well done.